There's a whole lot of powerful new cards available from the newest Pokémon TCG set, Destined Rivals, but the card that I am most excited to build with and play is one that I think is flying under the radar so far, Ethan's Typhlosion. This is a Stage 2 Pokemon with 170 hit points that boasts the power and consistency to keep up with the best decks in the Pokémon TCG. It's got the Buddy Blast attack, which does 40 damage plus 60 more damage for each Ethan's Adventure supporter card you have in your discard pile. So with 4 Ethan's Adventure in your discard pile, you could do 280 damage for just 1 fire energy. Now this is a Stage 2 attacker, which might mean that the deck would have trouble setting up, but that is not the case. Ethan's Quilava has the Adventure Bond ability, which allows you to search your deck for an Ethan's Adventure once during your turn. And Ethan's Adventure allows you to search your deck for up to 3 in any combination of Ethan's Pokemon and Fire Energy. With Quilava and Ethan's Adventure, it is a breeze to set your deck up and get your Ethan's Adventure into the discard pile. Now, in order to maximize your damage output, you do have to have all 4 Ethan's Adventure in the discard pile. So you can run into some issues if you prize your Ethan's Adventure. But that's where Redeemable Ticket comes in. Redeemable Ticket is an item card that allows you to take your prize cards and put them on the bottom of your deck, and then take that many cards off the top of your deck and set them aside as your prize cards. So with Redeemable Ticket, it's easy to get 4 Ethan's Adventure in the discard pile, even if you prize a couple. The thing that excites me the most about the list that I'm working with now is that there are no Pokemon EX in this deck, so no Pokemon that give up multiple prize cards when they get knocked out. That means there are no liabilities for your opponent to take advantage of, making it so that your Ethan's Typhlosion can always trade favorably with decks that do play Pokemon EX. To help with the deck's overall consistency, I'm pairing Ethan's Typhlosion with the Dunsparce and its Runaway Draw ability, which allows you to draw 3 cards from your deck and then shuffle the Dunsparce back into your deck. I'm really liking the way this deck plays, and I'm stoked to show it off in action in today's gameplay against World semifinalist Jesse Parker with his Raging Bolt EX deck. But before we get to the gameplay, let's hear a quick word from my sponsor, Dragon Shield. Dragon Shield makes the highest quality sleeves and accessories for your favorite tabletop games, like the Pokémon TCG. Not only are Dragon Shield sleeves dependable, they also come in a vast variety of colors to perfectly match your favorite deck. The latest additions to the Dragon Shield matte sleeve color roster are Amber and Amethyst. These new colors look amazing and complement each other really well, especially when paired with the new playmat with artwork by Ryo Kame. Head over to dragonshield.com today and check out their amazing selection of sleeves. You can use code TRICKYJIM at checkout for 5% off your total. Huge thank you to Dragon Shield for being a continued sponsor of the channel. Now, let's get to the battle.
Good luck.
Good luck.
I will Earthen Vessel away a Lightning Energy. For 2 fighting, Ultra Ball, discard, fighting, and Koraidon. Get Fan Rotom, bench Mew, attach to Fan Rotom, bench Squawk, draw 1 with Mew EX, Squawk and Seize. Bench Teal Mask and use Teal Dance, use Fan Call, 2 Hoot Hoots and a Noctowl, bench Hoot Hoot, and pass.
Here we go. Let's Arvin. TM Evolution and Buddy Buddy Poffin, and we hope that I didn't prize too many of those Ethan's Adventure. Play Buddy Buddy Poffin, and let's see what it do. How many? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3, there's 4. All right,
Hey.
all 4 are in deck. Great. With Buddy Buddy Poffin, I'm gonna go get a pair of Ethan's Cyndaquil. Fire Energy to Ethan's Cyndaquil. TM Evolution there. And let's go Evolution. Evolution, baby. Let's get those Quilava down.
Cool. I'll evolve to Noctowl and use Jewel Seeker, which I can only use if I have a Terra Pokemon in play. I get to search my deck for 2 trainer cards and put them in my hand. I'll get Area 0 and Nest Ball. Play Area 0 to extend my bench to 8 since I have a Terra Pokemon in play. And then play Nest Ball. Raging Bolt. Bench Hoot Hoot. Bench Raging Bolt. Play Professor Sada's Vitality. The lightning here and a fighting here. Draw 3. Teal Dance. Night Stretcher for grass. Attach Retreat. And I'll use Assault Landing, which I can only use if there's Stadium in play. It does 70 damage for the knockout.
All right, Cyndaquil goes down. Okay. Promote Ethan's Quilava and draw. Use Adventure Bond, and with Adventure Bond, I can go get an Ethan's Adventure and put it into my hand. Then I'll use another Adventure Bond, and I'll go get another Ethan's Adventure.
Wow.
Would you look at that? I'll use Ethan's Adventure to search my deck for up to 3 in any combination of Ethan's Pokemon and Fire Energy. I want a Typhlosion, a Fire Energy, and a Cyndaquil. I'll use Counter Catcher on your Teal Mask Ogerpon. Evolve into Ethan's Typhlosion and attach a Fire Energy to it.
Oh, I'm so bodied.
Bench Ethan's Cyndaquil. Ultra Ball, discard a second Ethan's Adventure, and Counter Catcher. With the Ultra Ball, I'm going to go get a Dunsparce. And I have 2 Ethan's Adventure in my discard pile right now, so Buddy Blast is doing 160 damage, times 2 for Fire Weakness, and Buddy Blast will be doing 320 damage for the knockouts. Since I knocked out your only Terra Pokemon in play, you got to discard.
These 2 for sure, and I guess Fan wrote them. Promote and draw. I'll play Nest Ball to get a Teal Mask Ogerpon to reactivate my Area 0. And this is rough. Typhlosion is too much for my deck.
He's heating up right now.
Dude. Professor Sada's Vitality. Here and here. Draw 3. Bench Teal Mask Ogerpon. Earthen Vessel away a Fan Rotom. Let's put 2 grass. Teal Dance. Draw 1. Teal Dance. Draw another one. Night Stretcher out Koraidon. And let's do another Earthen Vessel away Ultra Ball for a Fighting and Lightning. Attach for turn to Koraidon. Retreat to Raging Bolt. I'll use Bellowing Thunder and I'll discard Boom, Boom, and Boom for 210 for the knockouts.
Okay, Ethan's Typhlosion is a goner. Jesse takes his prize, promote Dunsparce, and draw. Yeah, that is huge. Arven top deck. It's funny that Arven is a card that helps you to get Ethan's in the discard pile, but with Secret Box in the deck, it is. I'll start off with the Dunsparce, and I'll use Runaway Draw first to draw 3 cards. Wow. And promote Ethan's Quilava. These go back into the deck. I'll use Adventure Bond to go search my deck for an Ethan's Adventure. And then I'll Secret Box to discard Ethan's Adventure, Ultra Ball, and Redeemable Ticket. That's 3 Ethan's Adventure in the discard pile. I'll get Ethan's Adventure, Artisan, and TM Evolution, and an item card. That's crazy. Buddy Buddy Poffin, sure. I'll play Super Rod to shuffle back in Ethan's Cyndaquil, Ethan's Quilava, and another Ethan's Cyndaquil. I'll play Buddy Buddy Poffin to go get Dunsparce and Ethan's Cyndaquil. I'll play Artisan, so you have to discard your bench, and I'll use Artisan to go get myself another Dunsparce. I'll attach TM Evolution there. And for my supporter for turn, I'll play Ethan's Adventure to go get an Ethan's Typhlosion, an Ethan's Quilava, and a Fire Energy. And with that supporter played for turn, I now have 4 Ethan's Adventures in my discard pile.
I'm in trouble.
Evolve my active into Typhlosion, evolve the bench into Quilava, attach Fire Energy to the active, and we're Buddy Blasting for 280 damage in the knockouts.
The Buddy Blast. Not bad, not bad. Draw for turn. It's going to be hard to deal with for sure. Use Teal Dance. Draw a card. I'll use Artisan. Just fail the Artisan. I'm going to play Jamming Tower. Discard your Artisan. I'm actually going to Ultra Ball, discarding Nest Ball and Crispin for Noctowl, and use Jewel Seeker to go get Judge and a Nest Ball. Play Nest Ball. I'll just fail it. Nothing really else in the deck that I need. Attach Lightning, Night Stretcher back, guess Mew EX, and then play Judge.
Still got a pretty big deck, but with 2 Dunsparce on the bench, feel pretty confident that I can find the pieces that I need.
Got some time to do it too. You got 3 turns to do it. Each get 4. And then I'll use Unrelenting Onslaught, which I can only use if I used one of my ancient Pokemon last turn using attack, which it did. So it does 180 damage.
That's right. All right, Typhlosion goes down. Promote Dunsparce and draw. Super Rod, Typhlosion, Fire Energy, and Quilava back into the deck. Earthen Vessel, discard Arven, and let's go get a Fire Energy. And the scary thing is, once you do use all of your Ethan's Adventure and get them in the discard pile, Ethan's Quilava is not helping you anymore.
No, definitely not.
He's really good early on in the game for getting those Ethan's Adventure, but then like later in the game, he's not doing squat. All right, fire to Ethan's Quilava, and I'll use Professor's Research. Discard my hand, draw 7. Okay, Artisan down. Use Artisan, and with Artisan, I'm gonna go get Ethan's Cyndaquil, evolve into the Dunsparce, and use Runaway Draw. Draw 3. He gets shuffled back into the deck. Badoo. Itchy Pollen for 10.
Ouch. Draw. I'm just going to slay a Quilava and hope that that lets me win. I'm going to evolve to Noctowl and use Jewel Seeker.
You've got 4 cards in deck.
Let's see. Attack. Then I draw 1. I'll get Professor Sada and Boss. Retreat to this Raging Bolt. Attach Lightning. Boss up Quilava. And then use Bellowing Thunder for 140.
Yep.
Just trying to stop you from using a Typhlosion. Like if being -1 fire is less chance of attacking with Typhlosion, then
it makes sense.
Yeah,
it does make sense. Draw, but I've got the perfect out.
No.
In hand, the Lana's Aid. Put up to 3 in any combination of non-rule box Pokemon and basic energy from my discard pile into my hand. So I will gladly do that. I'm going to put a Fire Energy, Typhlosion, and another Fire Energy back into my hand. Fire Energy to Ethan's Quilava, Ethan's Typhlosion, Retreat, and Buddy Blast for 280 in the game.
Dude.
GG's.
Dude, freaking Typhlosion giving me the business.
Typhlosion's a pretty
crazy.
Gnarly single prize attacker.
It
Being
is,
able to
yeah.
reach 280 for 1 energies.
It seems like you can pretty consistently get the Ethans out too. It feels solid when you don't prize any Ethans. When you prize one, it's like gets a lot harder. But
we'll see. Maybe in game 2, I'll prize some Ethans and we'll see
that's
how
what I'm
hard
hoping,
it is.
Because
yeah.
I think I'm gonna choose to go second. Because I think my deck doesn't mind going second. I have the chance of attacking turn 1, and I feel like if I can put on a lot of pressure early before you set up, that's gonna do wonders for me. So
this is kind of the exact matchup that I think an Ethan's Typhlosion deck wants to see. There's 2 prizers out there. I was able to pull off the counter catcher play on your Teal Mask Ogerpon early on, which was great. I mean, I opened to research and 2 counter catchers, so I was like, all right, well, if he takes a quick knockout, I'm just going to go and do it. And that was nice, being able to actually do 160 damage meaningfully to a Fire Weak Pokemon and get 2 prizes off that really helped set the stage for the rest of the game, because then I just had to put it all together for a final few prizes and was able to pull off the dub.
If nothing else from this new set, there's a lot of like fun new cards.
Oh,
if
definitely.
They're not all meta immediately, it's fine, you know.
Sometimes you just play cards to have fun.
Yeah, it's true. Good luck.
Good luck. I've got an Ethan Cyndaquil. Secret Box. I'm going to discard Boss, Ultra Ball, and Earthen Vessel. And I'm going to get Buddy Poffin, Ethan's Adventure, Artisan, and TM Evolution.
I'm going to turn 1 judge you.
I don't think you are. That's the wager that I'm making.
Turn 1 judge, attack to Fan Rotom, or cheat and attack with Fan Rotom.
Buddy Poffin. Let's see what our Ethan's Adventure situation is. I've got one in hand already. All right, I've prized one.
Okay.
I did prize one Ethan's
great
Adventure.
news.
My redeemable ticket is in deck, though. So I'm using Buddy Buddy Poffin, and with Buddy Buddy Poffin, I'm going to go get a Cyndaquil and a Dunsparce. Retreat into Dunsparce. I think I'll just assume that you have an out to Fan Rotom. That's fine. Use Artisan, and with Artisan, I'll go get another Ethan Cyndaquil. Here you go.
Play Nest Ball. Squawk is prized, so that's not great. So off this Nest Ball, I will get Latias, and then I'll Artisan Fan Rotom and use Fan Call, which I can only use on the first turn. Search my deck for 3 colorless Pokemon with 100 HP or less. Get Hoot Hoot, Noctowl, and I guess just another Noctowl. So I have another Hoot Hoot in hand. So I'll take these 3, bench Hoot Hoot, bench 80 HP Hoot Hoot, bench Teal Mask, retreat to Fan Rotom, and pass.
Okay. Thankfully, no energy there.
Yeah.
Yes, that feels great. I love it when a plan comes together. I'll evolve into Ethan's Quilava, use Adventure Bond to go get an Ethan's Adventure, and then I'll play Ethan's Adventure for turn, and I'll go get Quilava, and a Fire Energy. I'll evolve into those 2 Quilava, and then I'll use Adventure Bond again to go get another Ethan's Adventure out of the deck. I'll use Artisan, and with Artisan, I want to go get another Dunsparce. Fire Energy to Quilava, and I'll Itchy Pollen for 10 and Item Lock.
Okay, draw. Evolve to Noctowl and use Jewel Seeker. I'm going to get Judge in Area 0. Play Area 0. Bench Teal Mask. Play Judge.
Okay.
I just need an energy.
Yeah. Energy gets the knockout. That's solid.
I'll pass.
No energy! We'll draw. Couldn't be me.
Ay.
Fire Energy to Ethan's Quilava, and I'll use Adventure Bond to go get an Ethan's Adventure. I'll use another Adventure Bond to get another Ethan's Adventure, and then I'll play Professor's Research. Discard my hand, draw 7. Okay, now I've got 3 Ethan's Adventure in the discard pile, and I have prized my last one. Let's evolve into Ethan's Typhlosion. So I'll retreat into Typhlosion and Buddy Blast for the knockouts.
Ultra Ball, Fan Rotom, and Energy Switch for Noctowl, and use Jewel Seeker for Earthen Vessel and Professor Sada. Earthen Vessel away fighting for Grass and Lightning. Teal Dance, Sada's Vitality, draw 3, attach for turn, bench Koraidon, and use Bellowing Thunder for 210 damage for 1 prize.
There you go. On the board with the prize card, Ethan's Typhlosion goes down. I'll promote Dunsparce and draw. Check this out. You ready?
I'm ready.
Check it out. Arvin. I'm going to Arvin for redeemable ticket, and that's it. Then I will use redeemable ticket. So I put my 5 prize cards on the bottom of my deck, and then I take 5 cards off the top of my deck and put them in my prizes. Now I can use Adventure Bond to go get the Ethan's Adventure.
Now you have to prize check again.
I do. Then I can use the Ultra Ball in my hand to discard my final Ethan's Adventure and a Buddy Buddy Poffin and go get Ethan's Typhlosion. Play 1 Buddy Buddy Poffin to go get Ethan's Cyndaquil. Put it on my bench. I have all 4 Ethan's Adventure in the discard pile. I can retreat for free into Ethan's Typhlosion and use Buddy Blast for 280 damage and the knockouts.
Let's just go Night Stretcher for Raging Bolt. Play Professor Sada's Vitality. Draw 3. Bench Pheasantipity and use Flip the Script to draw 3 more. Definitely get a Nest Ball for my last Hooter.
Let's go.
I will thin my hand a little bit. Ultra Ball away Ditto and Slitherwing. Iron Leaves. Night Stretcher number 2 for any energy. Just need 1. The only energy in my discard pile. Attach to Koraidon. Retreat. And use Unrelenting Onslaught for 180 for the knockout.
All right, Typhlosion goes down. Let's promote Badoo and draw. Okay, I've got another Ethan's Quilava right there. And let's evolve into Dunsparce. Runaway draw. And then he will run away. And I found the best card to have in a situation like this. Lana's Aid.
Not again.
It's exactly what I want.
I need some aid.
I want to go get Typhlosion, Fire Energy. I'll evolve Ethan's Quilava into Typhlosion, attach a Fire Energy to it, then play Super Rod, and with Super Rod, I'm going to chuck back in Ethan's Cyndaquil and Quilava. I'll play Buddy Buddy Poffin to go get Ethan's Cyndaquil and a Dunsparce. Put those down.
Cooking.
And I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'll retreat into Ethan's Typhlosion. Buddy Blast for the knockouts.
Okay. Well, that's going to be tough to deal with. Draw for turn. I will flip the script. Okay, I got to attack you with a single prize Pokemon. That's what I got to do. Teal Dance. Night Stretcher for Koraidon. Use Professor Sada's Vitality. Draw 3. Attach for turn. Earthen Vessel. I'll fail it. Ultra Ball. Discard. Squawk and Nest Ball. Jamming Tower. Discard these Noctowls and this. And then I'll retreat and use Unrelenting Onslaught for 180.
Okay. I mean, Jesse's doing the thing.
I'm halfway there. If I had taken those first 2 quick knockouts, I'd be down to 1 right now. So we'd be having a much closer game.
For sure,
and you probably would still win, but it would be down to the wire, you know?
Yeah. All right, let's draw into that boss's orders and finish this thing. Evolve into Dunsparce and Runaway draw. I'll draw 3.
If you miss a Typhlosion here, I have a chance.
Did not find the boss's orders, unfortunately. Rare Candy Typhlosion right here. And I've got a backup Typhlosion right there.
No.
And I've got Cyndaquil, Ultra Ball, discard Artisan, Counter Catcher. I'm trolling, there's no boss in this deck.
Oh, there's not?
Nope, that's fine though. Dunsparce. Retreat into Ethan's Typhlosion. Buddy Blast for 280 in the knockouts.
Teal Dance. Flip the script. I got a comeback play. Bench Raging Bolt. Evolve to Noctowl. Use Jewel Seeker to get Sada, or just Sada. Sada to my Raging Bolt. Draw 3. Attach for turn. Prime Catcher up Cyndaquil.
Okay.
And then I'll Thunderburst Storm for 60 for 30 for each energy attached to Dunsparce.
That was pretty sick.
Pretty good, huh?
I'll draw. I'll retreat Cyndaquil and Buddy Blast for game. GG's.
I also would have lost on deck out.
Yes,
well.
yes.
Yeah, the Typhlosion deck. Pretty good.
It's
good at beating Raging Bolt. We know that.
Yeah, it's definitely good against 2 prize Pokemon with
like I need to really start taking prizes as soon as possible. But even then, you have the counter catchers, ways to take multi-prize KOs. I think a deck like that, a single prize Pokemon that can one-shot Raging Bolt is always going to beat Raging Bolt unless the Bolt player just gets out ahead and starts running you down. But
for sure,
you got such clean setups, and I was just grasping for an energy, couldn't find it. But the Ethan's Adventure guarantees you find an energy. So
exactly.
Yeah.
No, I really like the flow of this deck. It's a lot of fun to play. Ethan's Quilava, going and searching out the Ethan's Adventure.
Better than I thought it was.
Ethan's Adventure, getting the Pokemon and the energy is really solid. Getting all 4 Ethan's Adventure into the discard pile is not really a lot to ask.
It really isn't.
You got Secret Box, you've got the Ethan's Quilava, it all jives
You can
together.
do it in 2 or 3 turns. And then by then, if you start swinging, if you have a single prize, you're swinging for 280, that can just be enough to win against a lot of decks. Maybe not so much like the stage 2 decks with more than 280 HP, But there's a lot of decks that aren't that, so I think that's what that deck will thrive on.
Exactly,
sure.
exactly. When it comes to doing 280 damage for 1 energy, Ethan's Typhlosion is really good at that.
Yeah.
I do have 1 copy of Black Belt in this build, so you do have some option.
You could play a Victini and then do 230 or 330, which seems to be pretty relevant because one-shotting Charizard didn't seem that important in our current format. In Journey Together format, Charizard's not that popular. 320 was that number you needed to hit, but it looks like Charizard's coming back with a vengeance, so hitting 330 I think will be important. So it might be worth it to play like 1 Black Belt, 1 Victini, just so you could do it once. But
For
yeah,
sure.
Other than that, I think you got a lot. There's a lot going for that deck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Ethan's Typhlosion's even like such a powerful attacker. You could splash it into other decks as well. I mean, I've seen Dragapult with Ethan's Typhlosion splashed as just like an additional single prize attacker. You could play it with Charizard. You know, there are different things that you could
Goldengo,
do.
I saw a Goldengo list play it because the Ethans can go search out energies. That can, I mean, you can use the Quilava to go search out Ethans. That's like a guaranteed 3 energies to hand. I don't know if that's better than Energy Search Pro, but it is a way to play the deck. And then late game, you have a strong single prize attacker. So
Exactly.
I saw a couple City Leagues playing that, and I thought about building that for today, but I didn't feel like taking apart my other Goldengo deck. So
because he's attached to Goldengo.
yeah, I like my Goldengo. Also, you said as soon as you said you were gonna build like a Typhlosion only deck, I'm like, all right, he's gonna use up the Typhlosions. It's fine.
Yeah.
Goldengo. I already played enough Goldengo over the weekend, so.
And that's going to do it for today's stream, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. Huge thanks to Jesse.
Yeah, thanks for having me out again.
Yeah, man, it was a lot of fun getting
Heck
to
yeah.
play these new decks.
Got a lot of work to do before NAIC. I need to like mentally buckle down. I feel like mentally I'm kind of like out in La La Land right now. I really need to lock in and like, start testing Ethan's Typhlosion.